welcome to Wellington, Alivia. How much time or notice did you have between the club reaching out and you needing to make a decision on whether you wanted to move to New Zealand or not?
Yeah, so it was about Friday night when I found out that Wellington was an option and that they were really interested, and probably had about 3 to 4 days to really consider the opportunity. But once I talked to the club and I talked to the coaches and I talked to some former teammates and current teammates, it was a no-brainer, and I was signed with Wellington within the week.
And where were you at just in terms of football? So were you still finishing up at college? Like, were you waiting for a professional opportunity at this time? Has it come earlier than you expected?
Yeah, so I technically am still in school right now at NC State, but had anticipated more of like the January transfer window, had just finished playing at the end of October, and was definitely not expecting an opportunity to arise so fast. But now looking back, it's kind of a blessing. I didn't really have to take much time off, and I could come in at my best and already be in prime shape and ready to play and help the team however I can.
Yeah, and obviously you missed pre-season, but did it help in some way arriving during a bye week? You've probably had a few more days than you would have otherwise to get ready for this weekend.
Yeah, definitely the international break has helped me just kind of ease in, and I don't have to put myself through so much stress right after a 20-hour plane ride. So it's been great. I got to know the girls a little bit better than I may have had I jumped right into a game week. So it's been great so far. Blessed to have that in the back.
And do you feel really like you could play this weekend, or is that too early? Or?
Yeah, I think I've had a good week of training with the girls. We luckily had the inter-squad friendly, so I got to see how some girls play in a bigger setting, and I think I'm ready whenever my name can be called to help the team.
And just in those 3-4 days you had to mull the decision, what are you are you looking up where New Zealand is, more about Wellington? How much did you sort of know about the country, and what did you have to lean on to make the decision?
I would say I didn't know much about New Zealand specifically, but I have known a lot of players who've come to the A-League specifically, and that was definitely appealing. And as I look more into New Zealand, Wellington specifically, everyone has really great things to say. And even since being here, I've gotten to explore a little bit. Saw there's like the Wellington Breakers, and I know some players from the NBA who play there. And so as I look more into it, it's definitely becoming more like a second home.
Was Isabel Cox one of the players that you consulted?
Yes, so I did call Isabel Cox, who was here last year, and she had nothing but great things to say. It's funny, I asked Maya, she called the same person last year when she had the opportunity, so it's kind of a small world, but great words going around, in America at least, from the people that we know who have been over here.
And does it help in any way to have Maya here as well? I know everybody gets on, but does that help even a little bit more?
Yeah, it's definitely helped big time, living with her, playing with her. Everyone's like, did you guys know each other? And we didn't, but we kind of have that bond right away, and that's definitely helped, I think, both of us now, being so far from home.
So what sort of player are you? Central defender, but what do you pride yourself on?
Yeah, I pride myself on being a defender because defending is hard, and you have to have some internal motivation, grit, and you have to have a desire to both make tackles and to help play the game right. And so I think we get the ball a lot at our feet and we kind of start the attack. And so for me, I like to be a playmaker. I like to be someone who's in the attack, helping to cause goals, and then sticking in a tackle when it's needed.
And you've arrived at a time where the team has just chalked up their first win, obviously, after a challenging start to the season. Do you feel like the team's in a good place to launch forward from here?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped right in the middle of my process of deciding to come to Wellington, and I get to watch a win, and I get to know that I'm coming into a program where it maybe wasn't so easy the first 3 games, and I think that says something, and I feel like I can add to that and bring some good competition. And now that we have gotten a win behind us, can we keep that going? Can we make a difference now?
Do you find it cold here?
No, believe it or not. It was a bit nippy out today, but Boston is definitely colder right now, so I can't complain.
What was the connection with Isabel Cox?
One of my former teammates at NC State this past year played with her at UNC for 5 years. And so just through mutual friends, but kind of like me and Maya, when you know people who know people, you then become friends pretty quick.
How do you feel about having a summer Christmas?
Good. Honestly, it hasn't been too cold in Boston for Christmas the past couple of years, but this will definitely be different with some sun shining, but can't complain, excited.